a.m. on Thursday nights, 8 p.m. to midnight. And you are watching PullgetterTV. Get your fucking pull.
You wanted the best! You got the best!
3 a.m. on Thursday nights, 8 p.m. to midnight. And you are watching PullgetterTV. Get your fucking pull.
I meet the boys at the PGA house tonight. They got a pot on a crown. It's going down the range. We'll hit the rail and Campo Verde. We'll take our shots in groups of threes. We'll head back up at the clubhouse. Blow it all up and start all over again. The PGA, the ring will tell him what we'll get into. We'll drink, we'll flow, blood will spill. Before we're fucking through, could be a power getter. Power getter. A power getter. The only way is all the way. Power getter. Could be a power getter. A power getter. The only way. All the way. We got reason to drink and right to sing our song. And if you don't agree, it doesn't make us wrong. We got Jaeger and Crown and lots of smoke and money last night. Now I'm broke. I had a good time with the getters. We blowing up a dime all the time. With the PGA, the ring will tell him what we'll get into. We'll drink, we'll flow, blood will spill. Before we're fucking through, could be a power getter. A power getter. Yeah, power getter. The only way is all the way. Power getter. Could be a power getter. Yeah, power getter. The only way, all the way. Bottle Jaeger. Bottle Crown. We're still going. Watch it go. Get your pull. Could be a power getter. A power getter. Could be a power getter. The only way is all the way. Power getter. Could be a power getter. Yeah, power getter. The only way, all the way.
And I told the dude, I said, dude, your girlfriend's not that hot. Turn on the ugly lights and let's see, you know? Oh, shit. All right. Hey, everybody.
I like the Matrix.
Welcome to PullgetterTV, the Blackstar Republic edition. We got a really cool show planned tonight. These guys are going to play a couple of tunes for us later on. And got a lot of cool shit to talk about. So, you guys want to go around and introduce yourselves?
Yes, most definitely. What's up, y'all? Blackstar Republic. I'm Michael. Play guitar.
I'm Biggs, bass and vocals.
I'm Cameron, I play guitar.
I'm PD, I do drums.
Hell yeah!
Yeah!
And you guys have a new album out, right?
Yes.
So it's not like a week old or anything,
No,
but
no.
pretty fairly new.
It's pretty fairly
It's,
new.
Humanati, correct?
Yes, you said it correctly.
Hey, I'm all down with that Illuminati shit. I get it.
Right.
I get it, buddy.
it.
You and me
We're
are
on the same
right here.
Right
Yeah.
there. You got it.
I read it the first time and went, humanity? Oh no, that's not anything near what it says.
Human titties.
That's
Yeah.
what I read.
Yeah,
I
no
was
wonder
there
that's a
too,
teacher.
man. So that's that Sigmund Freud shit.
That is now the nickname of this album is Human Titties.
Human
I love
Titties.
it. That's it.
Blackstar Republics.
Once again, you can take it any way you want it. That's
Exactly.
how we write it.
That's what she said. Bye-bye.
Sing, Pam. This is happening. So how is it going so far since you put this album out? I mean, how's the reception? And I know you put out a music video for it. I saw we're going to get to that in a little while. It's pretty badass.
Oh, cool. Yeah, we had a CD show on June 1st at Trees. That was very cool, very successful. And then on June 28th, we released the album Humanati worldwide on all the digital, all the outlets. And so far, it's been out about a month now. So we've been hearing good things and gaining some traction. And we're happy. We're pretty happy and excited. We got people all over the world listening to us.
Yeah, top 3 and a station, a broadcast, a mainstream broadcast out in Australia. So thank you, Australia.
Yes,
thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys.
They come from the land down under, man.
I
They
know
eat
it.
their Vegemite sandwiches while jamming some Black Sabbath.
Yeah.
Republic.
Exactly right.
How can you dance when your bed's burning?
Exactly.
There you go.
Out loud, the rebel wrong.
Yeah, there we go.
The blood.
Bold power.
But thank you guys. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you for anyone here locally in the United States and everything too that's listening to it and is jamming it and digging it and everything. Thank you.
And it just so happens that in 7 days, next weekend, you guys are going to be playing a show. And with our own co-host, Aaron, of Vivid
Exactly.
and Vulgar.
Yeah, that's gonna be a blast. I can't wait to do
Oh,
that show
hell
with
yeah.
you guys. It's been a long time since we've shared the stage.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
It's been too long, and we're really excited about this show. Next Saturday at the Ridgely Room, Vivid and Vulgar, us, Rivet Head with their brand new members,
Oh, their lineup
a brand new
completely
band
changed.
called Burn of the Moon, and then another band that I dig called Renegade. And it's going to be a great show. I'm telling you, this is a show. $10 to get in. You can't miss that.
Oh yeah.
At the historic Wrigley Room.
Yes.
So,
Yep.
and it's always a better show when your buddies are jamming with you.
Absolutely.
Exactly,
Bands that you
yeah.
respect and stuff.
Right on.
Well, that's what we love. We haven't been around for a whole long time here in DFW, but enough for a couple years. So every show, no matter who, what kind of a show it is, or if it's like harder or softer or whatever, we always see a band that we know. So it always becomes like a little reunion. So even a lot of people are just like, oh man, not to really badmouth anybody, but it's like, oh, I'm not crazy about this venue, or oh man, this show is like, it's out on the outskirts of town or something like that. But you always end up seeing somebody either in the crowd or jamming with a band that you know and love, and so that's great.
That's a testament to our music scene, buddy.
Yep.
Here in the good old Dallas Fort Worth.
One big old metal family.
You might not see everybody every time, but you always see some people sometimes.
I usually see somebody every time.
Sometimes, yeah. See, that sounded really dumb. Right? You see some people sometimes. Duh. Yeah. So you see some people every time. You're right. Thank you.
I also see dead people.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
That's why he's got the
That's a bad
sunglasses
joke.
on. He doesn't want to burn a hole through anything.
Those are non-dead people seeing glasses. Now you're invisible.
I just happen to have a Ouija board.
Oh shit.
Petey, are those transitions, man?
Yeah.
Oh, well, let's put that shit up to the light. You got to get the memo here. Cam, where's your sunglasses? Come on, guys.
Get him a visor or something. Don't we have
Right.
a Pullgetter TV visor? You can get on?
It's become a staple here because I'm so bright. Everybody has
Yeah,
to wear it.
super
Sunglasses.
There you go.
It's true. I'm
There
so
it
bright. My
is.
dad calls me son. I'm,
Yes.
He went there.
yeah, wah, wah.
Yeah, I'm in.
We'll be here all week. Tip your waitress.
No refund.
I won't be here all week. You guys will. I got
Ever
shit to
since
do.
That Ray-Ban commercial,
Oh, yeah.
Someone forgot their Ray-Bans, so I don't leave home without
Has anybody
Ray-Bans.
here been hacked by the Ray-Ban people? Whatever, you know what I'm talking about? Like,
Is that
I
that
s-
Facebook ad that
well,
everybody shares?
yeah, it's like you'll get hacked, and next thing you know, somebody's advertising Ray-Bans on your feed, whatever. And I'm just like, this is weird. I know they must have just got hacked.
I can't believe how long that one has been going going.
Yeah, it's still going, man. Like, if I want my Ray-Bans, I'll just go to Trader's Village and get 5 pair for $10. You know,
Absolutely.
out of the back of a trunk.
We need to do is find out who made that hack, and we need to hire him to promote our
the
band.
show.
No shit.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No kidding.
That's genius.
So,
You, I've got to talk to you.
How much do you
We'll
want?
pay you like whatever, you know.
Exposure bucks.
yeah, we'll give you exposure bucks.
Yeah.
Oh, we got a lot of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. I can pay you an exposure, you know. But let's talk about some origins, man. Where did Blackstar Republic start? Or Aaron, do you know
Do I know where they started?
where and when?
I don't have a win because it wasn't up, but Arlington is where you guys are from. Where you guys banded together. Am I correct?
Right.
Yep.
Good. Yeah. Excellent.
Hey, he
we should have
knows.
had like prizes, man. Like shit. There you go.
A little gold star on the front.
Something right. Yeah.
So,
Yes. Arlington.
Yeah.
That's
We
right.
actually we went to the same high school and everything. So yeah, South Arlington.
you want to
area.
shout out your high school?
Martin
Martin
High.
Warriors.
Yep.
There you go, man.
Martin
What's
High.
up, Bradley? We know you're probably watching this, a fellow warrior.
Lake Arlington represent, motherfuckers.
That's right. So you at the reunion, brah?
If there's any teacher staff watching, this is what you produce.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they already knew me. Like, you know, everyone signs
apologize.
the yearbook, they can tell just like, it's like, well, hopefully you make it in metal or whatever. So, you know, that was me all the way through. So here we are.
That's awesome. You made it.
Yeah.
You're on
Kind
Pullgetter
of, not
TV,
really.
dude.
That's
I
it,
made
yeah.
it.
As high as it gets.
Official.
Yeah.
Funny.
So what year then?
Yeah.
Well, this band.
1967.
We started out long-haired hippies, you know.
I did for sure. Yeah.
Well, me and Michael, we had a band back in the 90s when we were in our 20s and stuff. But
Yep.
then this band got started 2014. And what we did was we were trying to get back together because originally it was me, Michael, and my brother playing back in the day. And my brother had passed away about 10 years ago. So we were like, you know what? Let's do like a reunion show thing.
One
and
show.
Call all our friends and do one show. Let's write a new song just kind of like in
Like a
tribute to
tribute song.
my brother. And then after we were going by the name Mulligan. And then right before we actually...
Well, because the old band was called Mulligan Steam Shovel.
Yeah.
And then we decided we're going to shorten it just to Mulligan just for this one show.
Yeah. And, then right
And it's a
before-
double entendre too. Like, we're getting a mulligan. We're doing
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
Yeah.
But right before we actually played our first show, or this reunion show, at Lola's with Chroma was on. They followed after us.
Right on.
Was we changed the name to Blackstar Republic.
Right.
And just, hey, we're Blackstar Republic. Here we go.
Yeah.
And then after that, things kind of caught on. We started writing more songs, and
Yeah.
we're having too much fun to stop.
Yeah.
And then different members joined and stuff, and now we've got this lineup, and we're really happy. We've been
How'd
going
that-
about.
Hey, Pam.
How'd that transition go? The conversation. What was it like? We were flies on the wall the day that you guys went Mulligan. Nope, Black Star Republic. How did that happen? Like,
Right.
Damn, do you remember?
I actually do,
Go ahead, tell them, 'cause I
because
don't.
somebody that you knew was going to come to that first show at Lola's, and they were saying, "Man, Mulligan, I really like that. I love the name of that. You know what? You guys need a gimmick. I'm going to show up in my golf gear, like, you know what, the plaid, the Argyle socks, you know, with like the hat and everything." And we're just thinking, you know what? We really don't want anyone to do that. Nix to fucking Mulligan.
Oh,
It's not
that
gonna
was
happen.
it. Huh?
That was
you guys
it.
need a mascot.
Yep.
Yeah, it was like the guy was telling me. There's a guy at work. I remember Justin, if he's watching, said he was going to start doing it. We're like, and then we changed the name, and the name. Damn, I'm terrible with coming up with names, man. So I was just like, Michael had Republic something because we wanted to tie in the whole Texas thing.
Right on.
The Republic of Texas, and then I came up with like Blackstar or something. I don't know.
It just came.
It just came to me.
It
and then
sounded
like,
metal. It
Blackstar
sounded
Republic.
powerful. It sounded. I don't know. I guess like real is not the word, but it sounds like it has some kind of authority or a presentation. It has presence.
Okay.
does.
And then
All
the
the good
Republic, so
names have been
Black Star
taken.
Republic. So really, anything. I mean, it could be like the Beard Republic. It's the Cam Republic. Fucking whatever. The
I think,
Beer Republic. People are just like, shit. I want to be a part of that.
Yeah, I think Vivid and Vulgar is a great name, by the way.
Oh,
Thank
hell
you.
yeah.
Really
That
love
was
that
an
name.
interesting one to come up with as well. That was my girlfriend's daughter saw a doll I was making with. That is so vivid and vulgar. I was like,
Nice.
That's
it.
a great. That's
Nice.
awesome. But that's a great name. I've always loved that name.
Thanks, man.
Have you trademarked it yet? Because we might. I'm just joking.
Shit.
Put too much name. You probably put way too much money.
Well, I'm sure if
into
you've
it.
had recordings and you've definitely had your stuff saved and copyrighted.
Yeah,
and everything,
absolutely.
So, yeah.
Yeah,
So
you
the answer
guys,
is yes.
you guys are on
Michael
Amazon.
thought about it. That's
See
why.
that next album.
Like,
Well, actually, I
tried.
was thinking it was just like shit,
Comes a
vivid
lawsuit.
video, and then the vulgar video. So you got Pantera and like bitches. So it's just like, damn,
Right. It
that's
works.
it.
It's a win-win.
Right.
Works for the
man.
kind of festivals we put on too. You know, you gotta
Yeah.
do vulgar as fuck.
Exactly. Yep.
So you guys got together to do one show.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because like you hear that with a lot of bands, especially when they're doing like reunions and stuff like that. So, all right, guys, we're only gonna do one show, one time only.
Yeah.
And then before you know it, a month later, they have half of a new album made, and they're back in another place.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
and just you get that bug, right? And you got to get back on stage. Like, damn, that felt good. Let's roll with this.
Well, what's interesting is it was going to be real easy because we already had, we were doing like, all the clubs around like Arlington and starting to venture out into Dallas back with Mulligan Steam Shovel. And then, so we already had like a whole bunch of covers that we could have played from back in the day. And then we already had maybe like 20, 30 originals too.
Wow.
They were just in a different style. So we were actually saying, okay, well, you know what? How about this song? Man, I used to love that song. This one was great. The harmonies, all these different things. It comes together really well. Let's see if we can still do it. And so we were starting to rehearse, starting to practice for like this one show with all our old material. Obviously, it's going to be like a reunion show.
Right.
So you want to play all the things that some of that old crowd. We're going to try to invite
Greatest
everyone.
hits,
Yeah,
yeah.
from our old crowd out. To play all the stuff for them and it just kind of branched out and he goes, hey man, I had an idea for this or whatever, and well, how about this, man? Let's do something with like a heavier edge. And obviously, I guess the spark was that one original new tribute song that we were going to do, and it was called Gemini, and it was for his brother. His brother was a Gemini, and he was always I don't know, he had a very interesting personality, really creative guy. I always say that he was just like the greatest smartass ever, and so I mean I don't know.
Like him
So
already.
yeah, and so
Like
we
sarcastic. You
Right.
had to have wit to understand what he
You
was
really
saying.
did. Yep. Yeah. Definitely it came off as like snooty, but he was definitely a cool ass guy. And
Right
so
on.
I don't know. So
sorry
that
to
one
hear
song
about
just sparked it
passing.
all.
No,
So.
thank you.
Anyways, this side of the table, and these guys. And
We'll
here
get to
and-
them here. I'm just playing.
I've never heard most of it.
Well,
Like,
see,
I've heard
oh,
it.
nice,
It sounds
yeah,
like
yeah.
really
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
You're the
We
new
talk
guy,
about
so-
it, but it's like
Yeah.
always like really like
Yeah.
quick.
Can't
Well,
ask
I
people.
okay. Well, let's start from the very beginning. I started out at the age of 4. I was actually.
Wait, you were
I
born at 4?
Came out 4 years old. It was a long
Your
labor.
first show was when you were 4, right?
I worked in what was like the famous Amos Cookie like sweatshop in Hawaii.
Jeez. Just picturing Chunk with his hand in the blender right now.
Exactly.
Michael invented the
And then I threw up all over the audience.
That was a fun show, though. Remember, they told us we just booked this. We were supposed to play 40 minutes, and the guy sends us like an email a week before that show and says,
Oh, that's right.
"Hey, can you guys play an hour?" And we're like, "Oh,
Yeah,
yeah."
for our first
so we were
show.
like playing like just parts of songs, like instrumental. We didn't even have it
Yeah.
now. We had like
Oh, wow.
a
That's
verse and chorus.
ballsy.
So we're just
But
like,
we always
play
did blues
something
jams
that we
back in the
don't
day.
know.
We'd have to play like,
So-
all fucking night. You'd go, it's like, all right, you guys,
Yeah.
some little hole in the wall bar in Arlington. All right, you guys, you're going to start at 7. Just like, 7? I thought we're starting at like 9. What the fuck,
Oh,
so it's like 7 o'clock. It's just like, and then, you know how it is if anyone's ever been in like one of those type of bands where it's like, hours later at the end of the night, just like, all right, we're just going to do the first set over again.
Yeah, right,
All
right,
I'm just looking to be like blues jamming. Hey, let's make it kind of peppy or whatever. Just making shit
They're
up.
drunk by now. They won't
Yeah.
remember
Yeah.
anyway. So
So to touch really quickly on something you just kind of said, and we kind of skipped over it really quickly. So you said blues sets. Originally, your music was way more blues than metal influence. Am I correct?
Absolutely.
Definitely. Yep. We were doing, I guess, like with some of the covers, we were doing like the Archangels, like "Living in a Dream."
Yeah.
I think probably the
Company.
heaviest thing we did. Yeah, we did Bad Company stuff. Well,
Nice.
what else? We did like a Nugent cover.
Yeah.
Some of the original stuff was just we had maybe a few little things that almost sounded kind of metal, and then we did like a King's X song.
I mean,
back in the
basically,
day.
that's what we kind of, me and Michael definitely influenced a lot by the blues vibe and rock and roll, Texas rock and roll.
Yeah.
So that was definitely a part of our early origins. And then, as I got older specifically, like I started listening to the heavier music and getting more into that. And then as this band was going, as we were transitioning from that vibe, actually, another little in fact, Michael was probably doing half the vocals, more than half the vocals in Mulligan.
Yeah.
he has.
I was
great
pretty much the lead
bluesy
singer,
type voice.
and then on the choruses, then whatever kind of a sound we wanted, then we would switch off, or I would flip from the lead vocal to the third up, or like the higher harmony.
Yeah.
And then a lot of times we would even like, especially like original songs that we did, like I would sing verse 1, and then when here comes verse 2, and then Biggs would sing verse 2.
Yeah.
We did that with like even with like the Bad Company, like Can't Get Enough of Your Love, and like he would sing verse 1, and then I'd come in and I'd do that second verse or whatever.
That's
so.
awesome, man. It's like
Yeah.
Mustaine and Marty Friedman switching off guitar solos.
I mean, we were
and
big
shit,
fans
so.
of King's X too, so they did a lot of vocal harmonies and stuff. So they like Doug Pinnick plays bass and sings. Forgot his name. The guitar player plays guitar and sings. So we were trying to do a lot of that kind of harmony stuff.
Right.
And later on tonight, we're actually going to do some of that. So we'll see how it
Nice.
goes.
You guys will see it live here tonight.
But yeah, it was a fun start, interesting start. Like I said, we're supposed to do one show, and then it kind of just we were having fun. We started getting creative and writing new songs, and it just started going. Next thing I was like, hey, somebody wants us to play here. Well, let's go do it.
And then we're just like, obviously those first questions when you were thinking about taking it, from like the living room or the garage, just like, well, for this style of music, we never. I wish we would have been in metal back in the day, but now let's does anyone even, are there any metal clubs around anymore? And then so we started going out and saying, wow, it's this one place called Tomcats. It's this one place, called the Ray. We kind of started like near Fort Worth and stuff like that, and just like, I wonder what they have like down in Dallas. Well, there's this place now called Reno's and stuff like that, or Wits End or whatever. Just like, wow, metal is still there. It's still alive, and there's actually, we were shocked, just like, oh shit, there's people still really digging all kinds of hard rock and metal, and so. We just went in and started getting our foot in the door.
For me personally, I was kind of out of music for a good 10 years probably, just because of family issues and personal stuff. So I didn't even play bass. Plus I have carpal tunnel, and my job that I was working at was a lot of keying at the post office, and it was just killing my wrist. So once I transferred and became a different job, I healed up more, and now I can play bass again. Yeah. So that's why I wasn't just I felt like we were kind of new. I had to go out and meet people like Aaron and meet all these new people who've been doing this for a while, and I felt like we were kind of like outsiders a little bit. Yeah. But now
everyone's
I feel
been
like
really
now
nice.
They have been
really cool.
super nice to us and treated us great.
Right on.
So you've been around since the beginning of all of the stuff that you guys have done together. You are brand new.
Yeah.
So why is it that your name is not on your website, but yours is? I'm just curious about that.
What do you mean?
name's
Your
not on
website claims guitars and vocals are Ian, bass and lead vocals are Biggs, drums is Petey, Death Groove, and guitar is Cameron, and that's the entire lineup on your website.
It's labeled as Ian.
It says Ian.
It says Ian.
Sorry, I
It
gotta
says
change
Ian.
it.
Yeah. We have no idea who Ian is.
I was wondering, dude. I was like, I know Michael, so what
The bill collectors know who Ian is.
Yeah, right.
And I always know who they are too, those little motherfuckers, because it's like, is Ian there? Just like, nope, no Ian here.
That's a good one.
So 6 Mile, let's check this video out, Pam, and then we'll come back and talk to you
sweet.
guys.
That's not the first one.
Yeah, it's part of the first one, so play both of them, you see.
One of them.
You remember in school how you have 1 and then 1A?
Gotcha.
It's called like what, topics and subtopics?
One and one again.
Max, Chaz.
Oh,
Who else
I
we
see
got? Melanie, Crystal.
Yeah, Melanie's
What's
watching.
up? Hey Mel, how you doing,
Joanne,
sweets?
Denise
Denise.
Williams says she likes your shirt.
Awesome.
Thank you guys for
Nice.
tuning
That's cool.
in.
Hey Denise, how you
We're
doing?
back.
So pretty badass music video, dude.
Wow.
How long did it take you guys to shoot that?
That's a pretty. It took us about 8 or 9 takes, and what we did, we had a show that was on the roof of Wits End in Deep
Oh,
Ellum.
okay, nice.
So they let us get up there and play, but we were playing downstairs. We had, like I said, a gig that night, so we just we'll play early, like film it like around
Two
7.
birds stoned at once.
Yeah. So we had to pretend to do all that about 8 times, playing the same song, and then within like an hour and a half, we were back down there actually playing the song.
That's awesome.
And by then, I was
And
tired
I
as
was
hell. My
pretty
legs
fucking
were
tired.
cashed.
we were tired.
I was like fucking 2 noodles, man. I was like, oh
Hey,
shit.
it's a pretty high energy video, and you had everyone
Yeah.
out there blowing
Yeah,
it
it was
up with you
fun.
guys.
It was a
so.
fun video.
So right on, man. What's up with you guys, man? What's up with you? You look
Petey
like
and
you want to
Cam.
hit me right now.
Nice. Guys are stepbrothers. You look like you want to hit me right now. Go ahead.
Whoa.
Wait, I haven't had a carb since 96.
I can't pull that card.
So what's up? Yeah, I joined the band in 2016, March.
And you're Petey, the drum player.
Yeah, PD Death Groove. I do drums. Sometimes backing vocals too.
You strike me as a Death Groove kind of guy.
Yeah, well, actually, these guys right here gave me the name.
Yeah,
They were,
actually, Michael's a master of all nicknames.
Oh, yeah?
So I got Biggs. I don't know why. It's just fucking giant.
Wait, how did he get the nickname? Sorry.
Sorry, but we will get back to you, sir.
Yeah.
Because back in the
I've
day,
never even asked.
well, I used to even give like his brother nicknames.
Oh,
His brother was
easy.
Jason E was the middle initial, Jason E. Brown. And so it was really Edwards, but I always said that his name was Eggs Erroneous from like the old like Ernest Goes to Camp.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's like it's Jason Eggs Erroneous Brown, and then he was always Brian. Is like B. He used to call himself BB, or so like Brian Biggity Biggs Brown. And so I just shortened it. Just like it's like as soon as we got back in touch, we were just like it's like Biggity Biggs, what's up, man? Next thing, just like, you know what, I'm gonna call you Biggs. He's like,
And that's it. There it is.
Oh, yeah.
How did you give him
That
that?
makes sense.
Death Groove?
Yeah,
I don't
how'd that
know,
come?
man. Just because to me it's just like a great solid heavy hitter. I actually handpicked. I say this a lot, and I will say it a million more times because I love this guy. I handpicked his ass. I saw him like,
Wait.
playing
Wait,
like not literally. Not literally.
at a show. I saw him playing. Let's clarify that. I saw him playing in a different band, and I was just like, man. I was like, I kind of. If you guys ever see me at your shows, I'll kind of sit there and I'll kind of like air drum a little bit, just like, man, I'm just kind of getting into the groove, and I'm just kind of watching, just like, man, this guy actually, he does this feels like I do. I get this guy. I'm reading what he's doing, and he plays. It seems like we think alike. Auditioned him and ran him through the ringer on that for like 2-3 hours. Where we jammed in his garage, we played some old Deep Purple shit. I was just like,
You ran him through the gambit, huh? Like,
Yep.
All right, now.
Yep,
bust
everything.
into
It's
that
just like,
shit.
man, this guy's solid as hell, man. And so just like to me, he just has that death groove. It's one of our new songs, but just a heavy hitter. But then he knows how to groove, and he can do anything you throw at him. Always steady on his tempo, and I don't know, just he and I alone. That's what I love about this band. Me and this guy, just by ourselves, are a full fucking band. We will just jam the shit out of it. Me and this guy alone, all day, solid as hell.
Uh-oh.
Me and Cam.
Side project.
All
alert.
yep, all
Talk
fucking
about
day, like me and Cam just like playing anything. So it's great how you have this culmination to where you have that chemistry with everybody separately, and then together the orchestration makes it better. So,
Totally.
sorry about that.
Yeah.
We,
No, it's a great explanation, and
Yeah.
that's very unique and rare, and it's a huge asset to have with a band because it makes the songwriting process that much easier.
Yep.
you have to have a huge asset if you're gonna handpick it.
That's right.
There you go. Here we go. Here's my thing again, right?
It's a good thing that I sit on a stool, right? I can't walk up. But we actually had the same high school band director, just 20 years
And that
apart.
too. That's really crazy. Yep.
Yeah.
I was in a jazz band at Martin High School for 2 years, and so we got to just do all the competition stuff or whatever, and just kind of jamming it out. And then he mentioned like Mr. Dokus, and I go, Dokus? I said like a band director, and he goes, yeah. And I was just like, motherfucker, man. It's like we have the same teacher, and he goes, that's crazy because after that music director left our high school, I guess maybe it was like 7 years later or something like that. He ended up going out to Weatherford High.
Yeah, that's
And
where I was at.
and I guess just ended up retiring out there. So how long did he teach there?
4 years.
Mr. Dolkus, we
So-
love you, man.
Wow.
Thank you.
I mean, how do you know he wasn't the one that influenced you guys so much to say?
Yeah,
that you guys were able
You
to
never
leave
know.
there.
Also, I mean, you know,
You got
well-
the same teacher.
Well, what's great too is like these guys know that I can. I like to say that I'm kind of like the arranger of everything. Like these, we'll have our different ideas, and I'll say, you know what? Well, why don't we take this and slow it down a little bit? When we kind of do this, or just put this little thing, or I'll say, Petey, I know you're gonna do your own shit, man, but about I was thinking something like, and we call it speaking Russian. I'll go, something like that. And then he'll know. He'll be, oh, he means something like this. And he goes, okay, well, what if I did something like this? And he'll take it, and then he'll modify it. And I'll be like, dude, that's fucking great because you're still within that pocket. You can change this up as long as you don't change it, boom, or whatever. Then you're good. And it's like okay.
Doing that
So,
bust to
like-
bust.
Yeah.
there.
So, but you're right. Yeah. But so he's used to the way that Dolkus spoke to us is the way that I still sometimes communicate with him. And so we're on the same page. He's not just like, this guy's a fucking asshole. I don't want to hear him. He's just like, okay, he hears some of the instructor, and he hears some of our director, our instructors. So.
In essence, created the Dolkus language or whatever, right?
Yeah, he'd be like, how about digga da 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 da? I'd be like, how about da 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 ba ba?
I'm just like, well, no, you're still on tempo. I kind of like it,
Yeah, it's still like the same type of rhythm, just different like pitches and stuff.
Throw in 2 fucking bells like on the third beat, and when I think we've got it right.
That's awesome.
You're always like, here we go, Dolkus style. 1,
Yeah.
2.
Dolkus style. Yeah.
A 1, a 2, and yeah.
Yeah,
Where
it
it's jazz, so he's gonna throw his fucking his damn like little swing shit in there.
You guys should make a music video, like a short, where you start it with that, and then instead of playing drums, do all that with your mouth, and then send it to your teacher, and be like, hey, by the way.
Oh hell yeah! Yeah, I think he would really be great. I don't know if he would remember me or not. He'd be like,
I was gonna ask.
don't know.
I was gonna ask
You would
if
think
he
he would
knew you
because
guys were
it was
a band.
like 2 years. It wasn't just like for like a part of his semester. But and of course I'm sure he knew you for how many years? Like 4 years. A whole 4 years.
He'd always like show me off in percussion.
Nice.
Well,
Yeah.
hello,
He'd
Mr.
be like,
Fancy.
everybody stop playing, just let him play, and I'll start playing. He'd be like, see, that's how you're supposed to play.
See, the rest of y'all
Oh,
gotta
yeah.
do a death group.
well, so then you're used to those compliments just like this. That's how you lock down a fucking beat. That's it.
Yeah.
That's the death groove over here. This is him. Look.
Like, this is a machine over here. You gotta be like a machine over here.
Yep.
Yeah,
That fucking metronome.
Oh, I
in the
remember
parking
that.
lot.
Yeah, he would just be like, he turned up so loud you couldn't even hear yourself playing.
Oh yeah. Remember because that Martin, same thing. The fucking thing with the metronome was echoing across the parking lot. I'm out there in the afternoon, like
What did you
jogging
say?
the damn track
Amplify
or
it.
whatever. You hear this thing just going off. He's got the megaphone. All right, we're gonna check it up from measure 32.
That's pretty cool though.
Just echoing across the fucking parking lot.
Oh wow.
We're total fucking old band nerds.
Yeah, but you know
Hats
what?
off
Though,
to the
it
band
would work
nerds.
because he would have it turned down really low, and halfway through the song, he'd turn it up, and we'd be like, "Oh shit, we're off." You know? Yeah.
And now whenever
No.
we go to the studio, we encounter the same problem. Just like, fuck, man, I thought we had this tempo locked in.
Yeah. No, right. Me and Josh Johnson had that conversation. Like, what do you want? You want quarter notes, 60 notes,
Right.
eighth notes? Because we're just trying to figure out the clicks and
Right,
stuff for the
right.
backtracks. Yeah.
And you and I, we always want it quicker. We don't want like
Wanna-
just tick. We want the
Yeah, well-
16
I want to
notes.
hear all the subdivisions in there.
That's the death group.
Lock in, bro.
Yeah,
Exactly,
some songs single quarters. Yeah.
I like
don't
when
want
your
the eighth
songs
notes
change.
because the eighth notes kind of.
And that's good. You don't have that.
tempo.
All right, and here it is, the next song that sounds just like the last one.
Right.
same tempo.
Whole sets in 4/4.
Exactly right.
All the same tempo too.
No, I'm talking about like the subdivision, like in the song. So I like it to start like whatever it starts with, and then like go on to 16th notes if it's like a fast part.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
And then when they map out
Oh,
your
like-
Yeah, I like
tempos.
it to be mapped.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like thrash beats and stuff like that.
Well, come up here and talk to us. We haven't heard much from you.
Yeah.
Me?
Cam.
Sorry. What did you want to know?
How old are you guys first?
I'm 26.
26?
22, about to be 23 in a couple of days.
Oh, well,
Yeah,
happy
happy
early
birthday.
birthday, man. Right on. 22?
I'm 22 now, about
Yeah,
to be
about
23.
23.
Yeah.
You're right on, man. 20s are good. The 30s are really awesome as long as you don't fuck your 20s up. So,
Right.
Take that advice.
up with hope, down with
And the
dope.
40s are awesome.
Don't
if you
put drugs
fuck
in your
30s
body.
up.
It's bad for your body. And, stay clear of that whiskey when you do it every day.
Oh, okay, yeah.
In moderation.
In
Take it
moderation.
from me. But your 30s are going to be great, especially if you got a badass band to rock out with.
Sweet.
So.
I'm excited.
It's my advice. Take it for what it's worth.
I will. Hey.
So, were you a fan of the band whenever you started?
I actually heard about them a little bit from a mutual friend of ours, a guy named Ronnie, and he would show me their stuff. He's like, yeah, this dude comes in here a lot. And then, like, randomly, we would end up talking. I was like, oh, I recognize that dude. And then, I don't know.
Sometimes
me and
like
him would,
it was like a vape shop where I
Yeah.
quit smoking cigarettes. And
Good
so
deal.
we just go to like bring our amps up there. So every once I'd see this guy come up here, just like, man, you know that one guy Cam? You know Cameron? Man, he's a badass guitar player. Just like, yeah, I think I've seen that guy. I talked to him a couple of times, and you know, if someone had a guitar or something just jamming, and everyone would kind of like, here, man, you want to jam for a little bit, and just kind of pass it around. And Cam was one of those guys, just like, man, this guy's got some shit, man.
Yeah. Now, are you a big ego guitar player, or are you kind of like, you know, I'll only play it when they hand it to me, but whenever they hand it to me, I'm going to fucking blow their minds, right? So it's like immediately start doing some fucking E-Way Malmsteen shit. Hitting the squeals and doing all that shit.
I don't really know. It would just depend. I don't know. It was just like organic. Like with that, or I'd bring it because Ronnie would always ask me to bring
Yeah.
it, which is the guy from the vape shop. He asked me to bring it a couple of times, and then yeah.
So who are
Come jam
your
with us.
influences when it comes to...
Well, I listened to like a lot of like newer metal because I kind of grew up with like Born of Osiris, Periphery, like bands like that. So Jason Richardson's one of my like huge influences on guitar. Who's like he's kind of like Yngwie Malmsteen, but like
Yeah, real
just
technical,
like
kind of progressive, technical.
yeah. And then I don't know. I listen to Yngwie Malmsteen. I listen to a lot of stuff. I've had a lot of influences. Guthrie Govan, who's like a funk guitar
Yeah,
player.
most
Kinda
guitarists
weird,
are,
yeah.
you know, you don't lock it down to like one or whatever, two. You know,
Yeah.
usually it's a spread across the board. So.
Yeah.
And to
Camels
clarify,
is
they have
yours.
their individual influences, but as a band, they have a list of influences. I think I have it here.
Tell us, Aaron.
Nice.
Who
I
are
love it.
hang
This
on.
guy actually
got
studied
all
up
the
on
notes.
this.
Yeah,
Is
no.
great.
Hey,
I'm like,
hang on.
I don't know.
Let's do we need to do it Family Feud style?
Let's go.
Do
Yeah.
As
we
a matter
have
of fact-
Megadeth?
Survey says.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, since it's y'all's website, can you
Oh,
give me
no.
one of the influences that is listed as your band influence on your website?
Oh, damn.
Even one. Can you do one?
I'm gonna
Go.
guess Static X is on there. Am I right? No.
Do we have
Am I wrong?
Static X?
No, you're wrong.
One X.
Dang.
You have one X.
One X,
but not
yeah,
Static
Static
X.
Slipknot.
Right.
Wait, don't show me. You can't
Is
cheat.
Slipknot on
Slipknot
there?
is not on
We
there.
have Slipknot. No.
That's two down.
Now,
Just using your own game.
specifically
Pantera
talking
is
about.
like it.
Because I haven't
Pantera is
updated
on
this
there.
website in a while.
I'm specifically talking about what's listed
should-
under
that should still be the
influences.
same, though.
This is showing me up, right?
Because there's,
no
there's
joke.
two different spots you have on your website. One of them talks about a bunch of different bands, and then under influences, the influences
We have Katy Perry.
are as
Right.
follows:
Ding, ding, ding.
Powdered Donuts, Little Debbie Snacks, Jameson
That's
Crown,
me.
Hockey, Tacos, and Full
There you
Moons.
go.
Nice.
Repeat
Yeah.
that.
The Little Debbie's and the powdered donuts
Okay,
are
that still
all
stands. That still stands.
It
Yeah.
is basically.
In Flames is him.
He's not, I'm not changing nothing on that website. That's
That's,
exactly
No,
what it is.
that stays on. Yeah.
Dude, the powdered donuts, anything Little Debbie's, that's our crack, man. We
Even
are
the
like-
millennial ones where the glitter all shoots in your mouth and shit.
I don't know if I've tried that one, but.
That's Friday 2 or whatever.
Oh, okay.
We're,
No,
we're
just,
full of references, right?
Yeah, we
Ernest?
are. I missed that one.
Thinking of a shop down in Lower Greenville.
Yeah. But yeah, we like our sugar and our carbs, empty carbs.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Sorry about the trivia
No.
there.
No, that was
No,
great.
that was
No, I
great.
actually-
I forgot. I was trying to be funny, and now you brought that up. Thank you.
You're funny. You just bit you in the ass.
Yeah, I gotta update that. And
So you guys are okay with trivia. So here's one that everybody gets wrong. What is the first line to the opening song on The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air?
What is the first line?
Everybody gets it wrong.
Damn it.
I keep getting parents don't understand. so-
Now, yeah, it's real close. I've actually,
I know.
funny enough, my life is this sad that I've actually seen both those videos recently.
I usually ask people this as soon as they bring up Philadelphia. I'm like, oh yeah, what's the first lines in that song?
Well, but it's actually not in West Philadelphia.
It's
born and
not,
raised. It's
and that's
not.
what everybody
No.
answers.
Nope.
Good job.
It's not. It's
Not-
something like
This
that.
is a story
It's
all
easier-
about how.
That's it.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I haven't even watched.
The 22-year-old.
Now this is a story about how my life got twisted, blah blah blah, turned upside down.
So now, as a band-
let me take a minute, such and such and such, whatever he says.
But as a
Let me take a
band,
minute,
you
just
do
sit
the
right
whole
there,
thing
I'll tell
from
you
front
how
to
we
back.
can
As a
first
band,
do it.
can you save each
Dude,
other's
I
lives?
don't know
You're
where
all
that
I
came from.
can't.
That's like years at my grandma's house whenever she would watch that show. So I'm not
His
gonna.
Can you
Grandma
do it?
watched
Can you
it.
do it from top to bottom?
Oh no, no, I can't.
His grandma does though.
Right. His grandma's in the
Probably could.
kitchen.
Well, no, me and my
jamming
cousins
out.
would just go there. My oldest cousin's like quite a bit older, so he'd be watching it like on Nick at Night, and we would just be like sitting there like, okay.
I think I had the
What's
first
that?
like little something bits and pieces. I don't know. I didn't sit it. I think I probably actually know the parents just don't understand
Yeah.
more.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Totally.
Dude, I'm gonna have to like, I'm gonna be thinking about it now.
Right.
Sorry.
That's gonna be
Stuck.
stuck in
No,
your
you're
head,
good.
He's like, what the
so.
fuck are y'all talking about?
I mean, I see that stuff come on every morning.
Before I ask people
Always
that
regards.
question on here, actually the first time that I've ever asked anybody on Pullgetter TV that question, but I ask my friends all the time. So before I did it, I had to make sure I could do it.
Yeah.
There was a moment where I didn't know that my homegirl was awake, and I'm pacing in my living room singing it.
Nice.
Just back and forth. Like, she's like, what the fuck are you doing out
Oh,
there? Oh, sorry.
That's definitely old school. What's one of the strangest questions I think we get asked a lot is how many licks it takes to get to the center of a
Dude,
Tootsie
that-
Pop.
3.
Supposedly it's 3. It's actually like 762. If you just actually sit there out there on the fucking sidewalk, especially in the middle of summer, it's 1,
Yeah.
2.
Some people have bigger tongues than others, though. I
Right.
guess.
No, that's definitely me.
Sure, it's
Yeah.
5 grand
Gene
more
Simmons,
than
it takes
others.
like 12. You know.
All right. So sorry about the
Yeah.
trivia.
What kind of guitar do you
No, that was great, man. Yeah, thank you.
I play
Switching the shit up.
a lot of different guitars, like
You're
depending on
not
what gig.
stuck to one
But
brand.
for this band, I've been using. If I had a brand of choice, it'd be Music Man, because I've gotten to play a couple of their guitars like over the years, and they've so far have been my favorite.
Never fucking heard of it.
Really?
What's so special
So there's a like Fender, Leo Fender.
Uh-huh.
Like he started a company called Music. Like he went into like partnership with a company called Music Man, and he started building their guitars. And then like after that, like they've just kept on evolving. And now they're at this point where like John Petrucci plays one.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I thought it was like Ernie Ball.
Yeah, Ernie Ball, Music Man by Ernie Ball.
Okay.
Is what
Oh,
it's called.
okay.
Yeah.
Huh.
But Music Man, yeah, they've been my favorite guitar right now
Right
that I've
on.
been
I'll
fooling
have
around
to
with.
check
But
one out.
ESP is what I've been playing with this band.
Yeah.
Viper LTD.
Yeah, I love that
something
one,
like
man. I love that guitar.
Yeah,
Yes,
You
it's
use
a
Floyd
solid
Rose
guitar.
and all that or anything?
No, I mean, my other guitar, I usually use a Floyd Rose or like some sort of whammy bar, but I don't have any 6 strings that are with a Floyd Rose, so I've been playing just
So you
I don't
play
know, Tune-O-Matic
7
Bridge.
typically?
Outside of this band, yeah, typically,
outside,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Well, we're not talking about outside.
Yeah, I'm sorry, my bad, bro.
Apologize to them. You're
Sorry,
disrespecting
guys,
the
I didn't
band
mean to disrespect
when you
the
start
band.
talking school outside of the
Alright.
band.
I use an ESP
I don't know, we spent
LTD
the
and
first
then
half of the talking about Mulligan Steam Shovel.
Yeah,
I don't know,
that's
a couple
true.
of other words, yeah.
That's right. So, all right. Well, tell me about this new song that you have the video for. Hollywood Nuclear
Nuclear Hollywood.
Attack. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Nuclear Hollywood.
Attack.
Yes.
No, it's Nuclear Hollywood. We recorded this song actually. What was it? Last March or maybe even 2 years
I
ago.
think it was
can't remember.
October of 2017.
Yes.
Oh, that's
you're
right.
right. That's when we first recorded. We were just kind of like we were talking about earlier off the air. We were talking about trying to put something else. We had done the Wolves of War album. We were like, well, we're trying to change a little bit of our, going down a little bit of a different path.
Yeah.
So I wrote this song and we were like, okay, let's go in and record it. We'll release it as a single, and then it came out like in March of 2017 or 2018. I'm sorry, 2018. And then we wanted to make a music video. And so we met with this guy named Todd Jenkins, and back in like February-ish or something like that, we had dinner with him.
Creek from when he sees this.
And he was telling us, he said, yeah, I'll do the video. And we were discussing, and he starts talking about his movie that he'll be releasing, at some point coming up. So he's like, hey, do you guys want, I love this song. For some reason, he really connected with the song, mainly because of the message of Nuclear Hollywood, being that he's been in the business of Hollywood for like 20 years. And he told us some terrible backstories and horror stories. And it's definitely, your best friends will stab you in the back to get a role and all the things like that. So I connected with him, and he said, hey, could we put this song in the movie? And we were like, well, hell yeah, we can. We even paid us a little money to do it. And we were like, hell yeah,
Wow,
let's
that's
do
cool
it.
as shit.
So,
And we got credits like in
IMDb and everything, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
you guys
it's in there.
awesome.
It's Michael has a shirt on. It's called Cherokee Creek.
Yeah.
And you can find it on everywhere. It's on all your, whatever you like to watch movies on.
It's like an 80s style raunch horror comedy.
Yeah.
It's got
It's
everything.
a hard
got
R.
tits and ass, Bigfoot.
Yeah.
There's a
Check it out, guys.
physical
I'll
copy
be
Watching
on,
that tonight. That
badass.
sounds perfect. That's my favorite.
Yeah,
kind of
right.
Horror. I love
All over.
comedy horror.
You had me 80s, dude.
Yeah.
80s and tits.
80s tits. Right on.
Not 80-year-old tits, but 80s. Yeah.
So being that's it's the first word of that title is one of the most mispronounced words in the English language. Did you guys have to have like a meeting of, listen, as we're representing this, all of you have to say nuclear correctly?
Yeah, that was actually funny on recording the song. I had to go
It's
over
not
that a few
nuclear.
times.
It's nuclear.
Yeah.
It's not nuclear.
And actually, on the side story of that, there's a line in the song that says, Illuminati chemtrails, everything's going to hell. There's that conspiracy theory
That's right.
stuff. So I said in one of the takes, Humanati chemtrails, and they were like,
Yeah,
no,
you
you
kinda
said the
blurred
wrong
it.
word. And
Right.
they were like, you said Humanati. I was like, what the hell is that? So we were actually joking about, that sounds kind of cool. Let's say that. So we were like,
Yeah, I'm
next
looking to
album,
name the album that.
we'll call it Humanati. But then the whole shooting of this video was it was such a, it was like an episode of Curb Your Enthusiasm. It was just everything that could go wrong. It was a Ben Stiller movie. Everything that could go wrong was going to go wrong.
Murphy's Law.
Yeah, everything. So we first of all, this was our transition from when Josh, our previous guitar player, Joshua was leaving the band. So we had to kind of keep putting things off, and finally we found we had a date set up. And I was looking in South Fort Worth at a place that we could shoot the video, because Todd wanted this like apocalyptic, lot of graffiti everywhere where he could like set these big barrels and light them with fire, and we could do it, you know.
Oh, yeah.
So I found this place, and I told him, dude, this is the place. I was taking pictures. It had a fence around it. It had been abandoned for 30 or 40 years, but there was gaps in the fence. There was no signs that it said anything like no trespassing. So I was like, well, there's nothing here. We can come in here and shoot this.
Better to
I
ask
even
for
had
forgiveness than permission.
Yeah, I even had a guy. Exactly. That's actually Todd's motto. I had a guy that was going to come out and kind of carry a gun and watch over us in that area. So we show up the next Saturday, and by God, somebody had bought the place, put a 10-foot high fence. Every
right.
60 feet, there was a sign that said trespassers will be prosecuted. And we were just like, this is unreal.
Right.
This thing has been sitting like this for 30 years, and now we're going to do a video, and they decided to put this up.
Man.
So we scrambled around for another 3 or 4 weeks, and Todd met a guy that was the father of a young actress that he was helping do her role lines and stuff, and he was a policeman, and he said, yeah, I know a place out in Lancaster, and it's this old cinder block factory, and I'll even protect you guys and run guard over it, you know, because it's not a great area.
Yeah.
So that's where we found that scene. And then we had different issues with the girls, the models, and paying people this and not wanting to show this, and it was just we had to shoot like 4 or 5 different locations. One of the hot tub scene is filmed over in where old President Bush lives over in Dallas, whatever that
Oh, yeah.
that part, I forget what it's called. Fair Park, not Fair Park, Highland Park.
Highland Park.
Yeah.
Something like
Highland
that.
Park Village.
Dude, over there, and it's massive mansions, you know.
Right.
So that was cool. That lady is actually one of the stars in his movie, so she was cool. Let us use it. And then we had the actor Jameson from Dispositions was the lead actor in a role, and we went to one of his shows to record him playing live. There was a lot of stuff going on in this video. It took a lot of effort. It wasn't just, oh, here we are, shoot a scene, and then one other day we did all this. It was like 5 or 6 days at different places across like 3 months.
Wow.
So
A
it
lot
was
of work, man.
It was a lot of
went into
work.
this, huh?
And it was in the middle of the summer when we shot all those scenes with the fire barrels.
Yeah.
It was like 120 in the shade.
Oh, my
And with
God.
that big fire barrel, and like the fire is just literally just like wrapping around your whole damn head. And like I came out of there like I smelled great. I smelled like barbecue for 2 days. Like, I just smell my own skin. You're like when you're just like, man.
Smells
you
like
know,
hot dogs in here.
Exactly. You know when you open a little baggie up and like when you're having the leftovers, you're just like, oh man, I can just smell that char. That was me. Sniffing my own fucking arm. It was crazy, man.
It looked like we had all clean chimneys for like.
I
Yeah.
imagine.
I swear, we were all
Chimney,
half covered in
chimney.
suit and stuff. But it turned out great, and we're very happy with the video.
Well, respect,
And,
man.
Yeah, definitely.
Very cool.
So let's check this out now. But right after this video's done, we're gonna go ahead and play the. Some of you guys that watched the show have seen it before, but we haven't aired it in a while. It's the popular video we did with Randy Bell, where Randy's singing, Pantera's playing the music, and it's all footage that most people haven't seen before. We're going to play that because Randy will be performing August 17th at the Pullgetter event at Rob's Billiards.
Nice.
And so check that out. If you haven't watched the show before, it's a really cool video. So Let's check it out. Hollywood.
Nuclear Hollywood.
Nuclear Hollywood. Nuclear Hollywood.
Dude, I just never heard of a lifetime contract. It's bullshit.
So one-time offer, and I can guarantee you by signing this contract, everything that you've ever wanted in life will come true.
That's what they all say.
I promise.
It's just too good to be true.
You can continue to play your shit shows for shit paying for no one, or you can sign it and we can start recording your album tonight.
Fuck it, let's do this. Okay.
Welcome to Hollywood. Given you everything you've ever wanted. Are you happy now? You did this to yourself.
I'll be seeing you soon.
Did you play Flash mashed potatoes?
All right. Popular in high school, famous for his tool. Fucking, I love that video, man. Randy he took a whole lot of footage back in the day because, you know, they grew up together and everything. A lot of it was just in the home videos. And if you guys remember Pantera 3 home video at the end during the credits, he's on the back of the tailgate saying, if you're going to drink and do drugs, do it on the holidays. So, That's popular in high school. It gets a rotation every once in a while, you know, but it has been a minute since we played it. So
It's interesting to see. We were all talking about how young all the guys from Pantera were in that video. It's just crazy to look back at it. And it's like, oh man,
hell yeah,
we're all old.
You a big
They're all
Pantera
your
fan?
age.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huge, actually. Yeah.
23 years old. Soon.
Yeah, in a second.
Fucking
Yeah. A few days.
still a big Pantera fan. What about you, Death Groove? You a big Pantera fan?
Oh yeah,
right on.
Actually, that's where I developed my double kick drumming from. Is from Vinnie
Vinny.
Paul.
That's how you do it right there.
Right on.
His double kicks were pretty interesting to listen to, and picked it up very easily. So.
Oh yeah, I know you guys are down.
Of course,
Right.
yes. I think, well, Michael even got guitar
Yeah,
lessons
that's
from
what I
Don
was
back in the day.
Back in the day, Diamond Daryl, right there, Rainbow Music, Cooper Street. So,
Wow.
So, thank you for helping me with some foundation stuff when I was a kid, and we loved you guys, man.
That's fucking amazing. Did something happen there?
Uh-oh.
It says we're still live, but
Oh,
the
word.
monitor here kind of went screwy. What's up, Shantara?
Oh, hey.
Tammy Sue,
Shantara, hey, how you doing,
Crystal?
sweetie?
Awesome.
Oh, you gonna refresh? Okay.
Tammy Sue, what's up?
I see you fine over there.
Okay, yeah. It
Well-
says we're still live, so we're just watching the monitor play back
Yeah.
here and reading the comments, and something went wrong on our end. No, we're good. So
Really appreciate all of you that,
Yes,
that are
thank you.
tuning in and talking to
Nice.
everybody.
What up, Justin?
Justin, what's up, brother?
yeah, buddy Drunkarder's watching. So hell yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
Thank you, Crystal.
We're hanging out with Blackstar Republic.
Right.
What's up?
Fucking got the new album out. We just watched the new video, Hollywood Nuclear Assault.
You're going to get it right by the end of the show. I
Nuclear
promise.
Hollywood.
Yes, Nuclear Hollywood.
Right. I loved it. We were just
It
talking
is an
about.
odd title for a song. It's not just like, yeah, this one's called Sludge. It's like, this is called Nuclear Hollywood. You know,
I know,
it's like, what the fuck are
dude,
you
I
talking
know.
about?
I'll get it. My bad. I'm sorry. So, but yeah, we were just talking about this video. It was Murphy's Law smeared all over it. You know, it took quite a while, 7 different locations to shoot at. But you know what? To me, it made the video that much better.
It's a great video.
You know, it's not
Thank you,
it's
guys.
not just one location. You get, you know, you got to mix it up. You had to. So
Yeah,
I think the
absolutely.
turnout ended up really, really cool. So next weekend, you guys are gonna be playing at the Wrigley Room.
Ridgely? Yeah, Ridgely Room, not theater.
Nuclear.
Right. But room, not theater.
Yes.
Wrigley?
Ridgely.
Ridgely, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm probably not going to
Wrigley.
get that. I've been saying it that way so long, I don't see it changing.
We're not
anytime
playing
soon.
at Wrigley Field.
Right. Ridgely Room.
But that would be cool.
I
so,
wish we
hey,
were.
At least now I know why I call it that. Then. They're spelled the same, correct? Right?
Close.
Close.
Actually, Wrigley's spelled with a W.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say I don't.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
W-R-I.
Like wriggle. Like
Yeah, yeah, it's kind of like the gum.
Yeah.
But definitely, next Saturday, coming up, August 10th, come out and see us. Fort Worth,
Come out and see
Dallas.
Vivid and Vulgar. Come and see this guy fucking throw it down.
And y'all.
Yes.
And Rivethead. And
And
everybody.
Rivethead,
Yeah.
Renegade,
Dude,
and
it's
a
gonna
brand
be
new
great.
band, Burn to the Moon. Come and check those guys out.
We're definitely excited about this one. Like I said, this is a lineup that I think every band is killer, and we're not all the same style, but we're not that far apart. So it's not like going from something super heavy to something soft. It's going to be a great night. Rivethead, our buddy Steve, is playing, and they're going to close it out. And they got his 2 new members joining the band, so their debut.
Shout out to Mike from Stagecast 360
Yes,
playing
Mike.
drums for those guys.
Oh,
So
nice.
lately.
Yep.
Yes, and yeah, we've got some videos in the works with him too coming out. So that's
Good.
another
Yep.
little tease for down the road.
Oh, hey. Very
Yeah,
awesome.
but yeah, it's gonna be a hell of a night. Hell of a night.
If you're watching, by the way, where the fuck is my Mahuka videos? Anyway.
That was only fucking 8 months ago.
Right. Love the guy. I'm glad he's playing drums for those guys. It'll be real cool to watch each individual new thing, because you guys have your new style, your new music, your new CD that's just
Your
dropped.
new members.
Yeah, new members.
I mean, how
Rivethead's
long
got
have you
all
guys
new
been
members.
in the band? I don't know if we touched down on
It's
that.
3 years for me.
3 years for you? Okay, you're not so new. But what about you? You weren't in that last video, I noticed.
No, I think the first show I played was in
December.
December of last year.
It was December,
Yeah,
right?
at
Yeah,
Ridgely
yeah,
Room.
Yeah,
He
I
had
was
2
just like,
practices with us, and we're like, "Come on, let's do it."
Why
We
do
just
bands do that?
threw him into the fire.
That's the best way to do it, man.
Yeah.
You're thinking of sink or swim.
practice,
Come on in.
yeah.
That's right.
Yep.
He did fine.
Yeah.
And Petey's like the longest member besides us.
Well,
That's why he's
congratulations.
I mean, he's.
Did they give you a raise? Did you get some exposure points and at least put you in front of the stage a couple of shows?
Maybe like a
I would
razor
love that
appreciation.
actually.
Yes.
That'd be pretty cool.
Put him up in the front of the stage.
No, we
yeah.
actually
want
We
exposure.
we actually have given him more responsibilities. So.
Oh yeah,
They
yeah.
actually
He's
have,
totally
though.
busy back there.
Yeah.
They even like a couple shows where they're like, "Hey, you guys need to play for an hour." They're like, "Hey, Petey, do a drum solo." And so,
Oh yeah.
Right.
Oh,
and I
that's
thought that was really neat, you know, because like they trust me enough to be able to pull it off, and because sometimes I have to do it right on the spot.
Right.
And you know, they listen to me play and they trust me.
The
So.
little Debbie snacks are talking back to
Right.
you, bro. I gotta go.
Well, those little accidents that happened. Like one time we were playing out at Reno's, and I think someone like spilled a beer in somebody's cab. Next thing, you're just like, "What's going on with this?" Petey, drum solo.
Yeah, that's
That's the go-to right there.
Yep. It's like guitar solo. There's two guitar players in the band. Nobody wants to hear that shit. Drum solo.
You can be in the middle of the
I
song
under
too,
the weather.
and to not give it away, you can just do that speak like tick-a-ta, tick-a-ta, tick.
Yeah. We can just speak Russian. Yeah, that's what we should do
You're,
sometime. We're actually thinking about doing like a dual drum solo, to where I play like almost like a little kid's like a Muppet Kid from like his Toys R Us isn't around anymore. They're coming back or they don't know what the fuck they're doing. And then he's on his regular kid and just kind of go back and forth. And/or that would be cool for us to just kind of, all right, 1, 2, 3, 4. We could just do it right here, but we're not going to.
Yeah.
Like, the little Russian drum solo thing. Yeah. Moment of silence, and we're moving on.
But come out and see us this Saturday.
Get some aggression out. It's been a while
Also-
since we've seen you guys. Metal show.
Yeah, you were mentioning before when we were talking before the show started. This is the first time you guys have been together in a few months, or were you joking about that? Like,
Oh no, yeah, I was totally joking.
okay,
Yeah.
you're like, hey, thanks for having us on. We haven't seen
Yeah.
each other in like 6 months. I was like, damn, okay, you don't practice or nothing. You that good? So,
Yeah, not really. Yeah, we just kind of get out there and just like fuck ups are part of the show, guys.
yeah, right. You get a free beer if you find them. You know, if you pick one out. Good luck.
The real testament to musicianship is how you can recover from an accident anyway. So therefore,
Absolutely. And also the
why
secret
practice?
is not letting the audience know you just messed up too.
Exactly.
You don't want to be playing and make a face like, "Dad, gummit."
Right.
You know, that's the worst thing you do. Just you mess up and you go, "Yeah!" And they're just like, they don't know what
Exactly.
happened. You're just like,
If it ever does happen with Petey, just let you guys know. If you see me grab like a drumstick out of nowhere and smack him over the head, he fucked up. I'm joking. No.
We should talk about that time in Houston.
Oh
Whenever
yeah.
you
Tell me
fell
he's
over
where I
the
totally
drums.
fell off your fucking drum riser and like ripped your fucking your tom mic off. That was great.
Dude, that
Oh,
was
he
so,
took you down with him?
it was so scary.
I was trying to like gain my
like-
footing or whatever, and I just reached up there. He said he was sitting there jamming along or whatever. And he looks over and he sees the tom, and he sees his hand come up like fucking like thing from fucking Adam's Family.
Addams
He grabs a
Family.
hold of the fucking mic thing and just like zips it down. And he's just like, what the fuck's going on there?
The hand
Hey,
was like
get my
this,
drum
you
back
were
up,
like-
you asshole.
All I remember is your hand coming over and like doing this, like that hand on Adam's Family. It was like we're something I can grab onto the pole.
You should have hit it with a stick. You
Yeah,
should have fucking just nailed it. Get off of me.
That was a hell of a. I think I sprained both my ankles that night. It was
Damn.
Poor Michael. So come out. You never know what you're going to see.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
It's gonna be a cool show. I like the fact that you guys have a band. Well, that there's a band on the bill that and nobody knows about. Back in the day when Ridgely was Ridgely, that was kind of how all the shows were set up. You always have an opening band that nobody really has heard. It's like their first time, their first show, and people used to just show up just to see what the new music kind of thing was gonna be. So hopefully
great.
we'll get back to that a little bit with this Ridgely show because you guys have an opportunity to come and play, watch people play for only $10, and you have all these bands, including some you've never heard. You may just find something that is the new passion in your music catalog. You know
Absolutely.
what I mean? Get your ass out to the Ridgely.
Right.
I totally agree with what he just said. The band that we're talking about, the first, it's called Burn to the Moon, and Rebecca was actually in the 6 Mile video. She was up there in the front row with the blonde hair, headbanging, and she's got a great voice. And I've heard some of her demos with like acoustic and piano, very very good voice. But she's got this band going with some guitars. One of our buddies named Brian Bradshaw's in it, and I'm curious to see what they sound like. It's gonna be good. And what you said too, you ever go to you go see your favorite band at a show, whether it's a national or local. I've always liked to get there so I can hear what the other bands are because you never know
Yeah.
when you're going to be like, dude, those guys are great. I've never heard of them.
Exactly.
You know, and that's why, you know, you should get there early and stay for all the bands.
Yeah, Alien
'Cause-
Weaponry. I saw them with Ministry. Had no clue who they were. Now they're like, immediately I was like, these guys are fucking amazing.
Yeah.
I would have never gotten that opportunity had I not showed up just a little bit earlier. So.
Yeah, it's also just good, you know, just your money's worth. I mean, why don't you just come out and be like, you know what, I think I'm going to spend $10 and then buy like 3 beers, see one band, and then leave.
Right, 30 minutes worth of music.
Yeah, what are you doing, you know?
You spent $75 on your evening and gone back home.
How are you going to hang out with your buddies?
Right.
In one band, man. You got to fucking go and party with your bros, right?
Absolutely.
If you don't make it out there, which is your own problem, but if you don't and you're wanting to, if you're a promoter or you're one of the other clubs, you've seen anything here tonight that you have enjoyed, you can find these guys on all the platforms. Tim McFarland is who you contact to book them.
Yeah, or
and
me,
then,
or the band. Yeah.
Or the band. And then they can find you on what all platforms, just to be specific.
Facebook, Instagram, we have a little Twitter, we have YouTube channels, and we have BlackstarRepublicBand.com. You can find us there. You can email Tim, you can email us, and that's kind of something new. You know, we actually hired a booking agent, and
once you got signed here in June,
yeah,
is that what it was? They got signed in June.
Yeah, with Zombie Shark Records, we're on Zombie Shark with Noah.
Yeah, so you can also contact Zombie Shark Records and Noah Robertson too.
Very good label, lots of great bands. I totally recommend. Just go to his website. In fact, if you go, I think it ends tomorrow or tonight. Actually, tonight into Shark Week, he had a $3 special.
Into Shark Week,
yeah, because his nickname's the Shark. So, all his bands, you can go download it at his website, zombieshark.net, and you can get all the albums digital for $3. That is a hell of a deal.
Yeah, that's
so
awesome.
you could go there and get ours and get No Self, and there's just a ton of good bands. It's these are like. I'm impressed with all the bands on it, and I hope one day we can do some shows with them. So
Awesome.
that all fell into place. We heard a booking agent because we're trying to do bigger things, you know, and hopefully next year we'll have some more exciting news and you know that maybe can help get us outside of the state and stuff and doing some things like that.
Have you guys done any touring before?
No.
Regional or otherwise?
No, not really touring, but we've done like shows in Houston and San Antonio,
Austin,
Oklahoma, stuff like that, New Orleans. We like more like one-offs, you know, like we'll just go down there on a Saturday, you know,
Like
play a show, and
yeah,
get
still
some-
really cool
meet
road
some-
shows and
It's fun though. I mean, it's kind of a little getaway, and we bond as a band, you know, and stuff.
a lot of them or like you know where you kind of share. It's like, you know, you have a band down in Houston that wants to come up and play Dallas, so you kind of buddy system it or whatever. You know, they come up and they do a show with you.
Yes.
You know, on a Friday, and then Saturday, then you go down there and you play on their turf and
we did
stuff
that,
like that. So really
And
cool.
if they got a place for you to crash, you know,
Exactly.
you give them a place to
Houston,
crash.
yep.
It's a good way to network like that, and you know you meet other bands down there, so you now have 3 places to crash. You know.
Yep.
Really,
Yeah.
no. What's wonderful about our state is that you could do like a 10-day tour of Texas alone.
Right.
Really,
Yeah, absolutely.
because you can hit places all the way down to Corpus, Passes, Lubbock, Amarillo. Besides all the big states, you know, the big cities in the state. So, you know, heck, we I'll do a lot of stuff. Like we're playing. We haven't posted it yet, but we're playing end of this month, August 31st, at Tyler. At Click, so it'll be our first time to play out that way.
Oh, cool. They're
Pretty
good out
excited
there.
about
They're
that.
really good people out there.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. It's
really
a really
accommodating.
cool stage, so I'm excited to play.
The
out
whole
there.
staff is cool, man. You'll get out there and like everybody open arms. It's a great place to play.
Excellent.
You know what I love too is anytime you go and you play outside of just DFW, and we see all the stickers like on the bathroom walls and stuff of like all our buddies' bands in DFW. I think I've recently seen a Vivid and Vulgar sticker. I want to say, was it out in Lawton? Did you guys?
Oh, probably.
Yep.
no
yep.
Absolutely,
Yep.
yeah, it
Yeah.
was.
Yep.
Around
Yep.
there.
That's right.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Very
it's,
cool.
out there, I was just like, man, it's like I know this band. I was like, oh, shit, you know, it's really, really cool. We love it.
Where's the Blackstar Republic stuff?
Yeah, we didn't do that, did we?
You didn't even think about it. Like,
You just write it over their
sticker,
sticker,
too.
you
I had
know,
a
and
sticker
a
in my car.
Sharpie.
Yeah, I wrote a Sharpie.
It's a whole
Like
reason
a
to go
gang
back.
tag, you know?
I think Cam left a pair of like dirty socks here or
Yeah.
something. So you know, that's
I left
that,
a lot
don't
of
know
shit
who it
there.
is.
Yeah.
Take off your underwear and hang it.
Exactly.
That place is a great place. Arrowhead out
Yeah.
front. It's a really cool place to play.
I liked it. Yeah.
They have a system. If you don't know, I've learned their system. So that town is a military town. There's not a lot going on there at all whatsoever, and so they love their metal shows. But if they don't know you because you're from DFW, you're not getting anywhere with them. So what you do is you go play a show. While you're there, make sure to hand out a ton of CDs and stickers, and book another show for a month later.
Oh,
when you
wow.
do that, you will sell out the motherfucker. They'll turn away people at the door literally because of fire hazards if
Oh,
you do it
shit.
that way.
Wow.
So word to the wise, Railhead, anybody that's in a band, they're a great place to play, but that's the way you want to do that shit.
That's
Nice.
a vulgar hack,
Yeah.
y'all, right?
Hell yeah, yeah.
That's
Point
a
taken. Shit.
Tip.
Cool.
Tips with Vulgar.
So that's what I
We might actually have to
Vulgar
contact you
tips.
and or pay you to promote the next show.
Great bands and Blackstar Republic. That's what I was going to ask you, man. What all you guys have going for the rest of the year after this August 31st gig in Tyler or whatever?
Rest of the year. Actually, backing up a little bit, this coming Wednesday, August 7th, we're going to release a new lyric video for our new single, She's the Devil. And I think it's a really cool video. I think you're going to like it. And we want to get that song out there and start spreading the news on it. And after that, we have Saturday with Aaron and Vivid Vulgar and all these bands. And then August 31st. And then after that, we really got a couple things up in the air. So we're not sure. You know, we're just kind of leaving it open. So, and we'll probably be we're going to be releasing another video later in this year of Shell Shocked. It was our live performance at Trees. And that turned out great.
At
Thank
your
you.
CD release party?
Yeah. Mike at 360 again. Did it, and it looks badass.
Hey, man.
So,
thank you, Mike. Thank you, guys.
So, that's a really fun song to play live. It's one of our heavier songs off this album. So we've got some things coming up. I think that'll keep you guys entertained.
What about St. Louis? Are we still up in the air?
Yeah, St. Louis is still maybe.
Maybe, okay.
But that would be in November. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
mid-November. So that's
cool.
a possibility. We might be getting up to St. Louis.
Never been there. So
I got a lot of friends up there, so I if you do that, make sure you hit me up and let me know, and I'll send some of my old school friends from back in the day out there. So they're always looking for good music. So there's not much to do there over there.
Yeah.
You know, I love St. Louis. St. Louis is great. My brother actually lived for a while out in Jeff City.
Oh yeah.
And so really great areas out there. Everything really, really cool.
I lived in Sticks when I lived out there.
I mean, we get some stuff out here. We don't know, but we've been writing music already.
Yeah.
I've got 6 or 7 songs that I've got. Cam's got some stuff. We just haven't all sat down together and worked them out. So we're already writing new stuff and getting excited about whatever else, you know.
Seth Brown, if you're watching, they're coming to Missouri.
You're still riding the wave on the new album.
Oh,
too.
definitely.
Like
But see,
so
you
much
can't-
work goes into that stuff.
absolutely. We're not going to give it up. No way. We have to still promote it, and that's why we've got these things coming out in stages. But
how long did that album take from concept to finish?
Yeah, this one was a long one.
Yeah.
This one, like you hear like AC/DC puts out like or like someone puts out their first debut album, in like a month or something like that. This thing took what? It was like
almost a year. Like
almost a year.
I went in.
For me, it took like a day.
Right.
But like I went in and recorded drums the end of July.
Right.
Of what 2018.
Yeah, last year.
So it came out June 28th of. So it's almost a full year.
And the reason why it kind of went this way was because Petey just was about to have a baby.
That's right.
And he was born early September. So we were like, let's get Petey in here. Because, once you have, it was his first kid. Once you have all that going on, we weren't sure how much time he would have. So
we
we
wanted
were
to get
ready
that
to get in there.
respect too.
And like, hey, knock your part out because once he's done. Right. So he would be done. And then we came in later, I guess September, October, and started doing bass and guitars. And actually, that's where Cam kind of started helping us. In fact, we used his whole. If you want to explain the rig that we used, go on and throw it out there. On the text.
At the time it was a Bugera Chirac Infinium with his Marshall 1968. No, something with vintage 30s in it.
Right.
By Marshall.
Yeah.
And then that was it as far as
my
guitar
212.
stuff. Oh, and my guitar the Viper 1000 or whatever it was, ESP LTD.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what we used. Cam came in because we were kind of like, well, we weren't sure what we were going to use for the amp sounds, and Michael and him had been talking a lot, so Cam came in, saved the day.
Yeah.
Did some tracking on this album. I think Shell Shocked. What else?
Dead Man Walking.
Dead Man Walking. That's right.
Yeah.
So he
and
did
then
a
some
couple,
random stuff.
Yeah.
that
I don't know if there's anybody in the
Some
world
other-
that like auditions to be in a new band by actually laying tracks on the
And
new album.
that's what I was wondering too, because you're actually on the album, but you weren't on the music
Small
video.
sections.
So
It was
that's
like
a kind of a.
I joined the band like right before the album released, or not even joined. I was just in the studio.
Yeah.
Like right before the album, or right before the video released.
Yeah. He was helping us out, but me and Michael have been talking about maybe this is the guy we could, we'll ask him.
Yeah, I already been jamming with him, and we've been like talking questions and talking business and all kinds of stuff, and really chill guy and great knowledge. Awesome tech guy. It's like this is one of those guys like you would want to like on the A team or whatever. It's like you know what. I'm gonna need a tank with 6 tracks on it and like and some special guns or whatever, and I want it in hot pink. It'd be like, well, let me look that up. You know what? Well, actually, I can find one that's not in hot pink, but it's actually in hot purple. He's that kind of guy.
Right on.
Wow, and so yeah, he's just
you're a session
fucking
player
incredible,
too, right? Like, were you doing hired gun stuff before?
Yeah, hired gun stuff. Yeah.
So you have to know your shit if you're gonna do that.
Very adaptable. He can just like fit in with like any situation.
That's why we were impressed with him and liked him, is because he had such a wide range of musical knowledge, from stuff from the '80s like Prince to funk and to all this up to the modern day, the periphery stuff. We were like, "Damn, this guy knows a lot." Right. And it's to me, Petey's the same way. Petey has a massive influence of so many different 311 to Pantera. I mean, he has a wide scope of stuff.
To
and that's
Powdered
why
Donuts.
I think
like it all.
That's what I think. I think that's why
Powdered Donuts.
we get along so well. We write our music is because we all have these different influences coming from different areas, and we kind of form it into
like a big goulash.
Yeah, exactly. We equate it to cooking often. We're like
really
a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Yeah, it's like the spices. Yeah,
Blackstar goulash.
Yeah, man. Like the home cooking stuff. What I love about Cam is so funny is like to have such a great guitar player. Really, just even any of the guys in the band. You don't have just one person that just goes off and just like a total noodler. For being such a great guitar player and for having a great drummer, they don't overplay, and I love that. Yeah. They know what works and they know what doesn't, and
sometimes less is more, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. You got to know when not to play just as much as you know when to play.
So. And they know the music enough now to where it's just like, well, I know that on my own I might do something like this, but this is what's going to fit for. I can hear what the music needs, and that's important.
Yeah, there's something to be said about the implied note, the note that is best when it's not there, but your ear kind of hears it anyway because you're anticipating it. So sometimes you just kind of go, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to let your brain kind of do it in and of itself, and that's a testament to your musicianship. So that's awesome.
Yeah, you definitely have to have some space, some oxygen in there to fucking let the fire grow. So.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Very unique.
One thing me and Cam connect on is actually hip hop music.
Yeah,
we talk about a lot of it.
What's your favorite rappers?
House of Pain.
Yeah,
Jump
House of
around.
Pain, DMX, like Exhibit, all that.
So I actually listen to a lot of trap right now, but
dude, do you booty clap and everything?
Outside of that, like we did connect on DMX. I like Busta Rhymes.
Yeah, I like Busta.
Dude, there's tons.
We were talking about like
Chris
Juicy J and like Gucci Mane, Lil Pump. We were talking about
since you guys connect on
it.
it,
a remix of the Old Town Road.
Since y'all connect on it, if you could right now present to the rest of the band, I would like to do a rap song cover in a heavy metal version. What do you think you guys would want to do?
I don't know. I mean, a lot of them are like, I don't know if I could cover them. Like, just a lot of them are like really like. I don't know.
DMX.
To me.
Y'all gonna make me lose my mind.
Well, tell you the truth, I can almost answer that. We actually jammed part of a version of Childish Gambino's "Meeting Your Mama."
Yeah,
we were kind of fucking with it a little bit, and we almost kind of wrote another little song, just like it doesn't really sound quite like Blackstar,
Yeah, I forgot about that.
the typical stuff, but it's funky as hell, and we can still make it kind of heavy. So.
Yeah, that actually is going to be in the works for me.
Yeah. So
hey,
I like Childish Gambino.
You heard it here first on Pullgetter TV. Just saying.
Right on.
If you guys ever seen those, what is it? The Cadillac commercials, the Chrysler commercials, and you hear like that real funky, like that Moog old school like '70s funk
like,
song. This "Me and Your Mom" from Childish Gambino. So we're in metal, we love it all, man.
Absolutely.
Open your fucking mind, come out to the show.
It's actually an elitist of whatever genre or style of music.
That sounds like shit, man. You know what? You sound like shit. Come out to the show and expand your mind.
But definitely avoid modern day country. That is.
Well, and he just blew it right out of the water there.
It died around "She Thinks My Tractor's Sexy" era. I don't know whatever year that was.
Take a ride on my big green tractor.
Yeah, that stuff. Everything older is good, but
Chris Stapleton's still pretty good, bro.
There's a
lot of badass country guitar
Chris
players out there,
Stapleton
man.
is really good. Chris Stapleton is good. I like some of the Zach Brown stuff. because
And even though he's not country, but John 5 with that badass
Oh,
chicken
yes.
picking. Oh my God, man.
John 5's
It's the only reason I
Fucking
know
all
how
about
to
it,
pick
man.
is John 5.
Oh, you do the chicken picking too, huh?
Sometimes if I have to.
Doing the Floyd
I do, too.
Rose, man. That'd be kind of cool.
Is that where you got this from? Chicken picking?
No, I don't know. We were talking about
No, I was
like things going in places.
Well, I figured chicken picking would fall into that category.
What was it?
That's me snapping my glove, right?
Do it this way.
Spaceballs.
President Scrooge.
Jammed.
Why didn't anybody tell me my ass was so big?
You talk about like how we were bringing up all these stuff from like movies and things.
Yeah,
there was a show we did in Houston one night a couple years ago in August, and I cranked down the AC after the show. We had it in a hotel. All four of us in the hotel. And we were all, I was bunking with Michael, and this is when Josh was in a
We
band.
bunked together, guys.
Yes. But we put a bunch of pillows between us, so.
That didn't stop his hand, though. I was like, what the fuck is going on here?
Whatever.
Now we know where he got the nickname.
I like
Biggs.
Biggs. I told you not to talk about that.
And the truth
That's where I got the
comes
nickname
out,
Little Shrimp.
The truth shall set you free.
So I like really cold. So I cranked that AC down, and Petey and Michael left, and we're like at 3 or 4 in the morning to go down to the swimming pool.
Yeah, we're down there
they're
shooting the
down
breeze,
there
talking about life and stuff
getting
till like to
wet.
the 6 o'clock in the morning till the sun came up.
And then, so you take over from when you were coming back, and you.
Petey, won't we let you? I always talk about this shit.
Yeah.
How about you, please?
So,
Speak up loud here. I want to hear this.
Yeah, projection, sir.
I'm just walking down the hallway and just with my towel wrapped around me and my shorts on that I went swimming in, and so we were like, okay, back to the hotel room. We go in, and we're like, holy shit, did someone die or something? Like, it's so cold in here. We're like, what the hell? It's like Silent Hill in here. We're just like walking around.
It's crazy when he opens the door. Right, he opens the door, and so before we even step in, he turns around and looks at me in the fucking hallway of the hotel and goes, what the fuck? And you see the mist. And I go, what the hell's going on in here? I was like, oh shit. This is in the summertime too, right?
Yeah, it was in August.
Yeah, it was in August. And it was like, it felt like it was like 40 degrees in there. We had to thaw out in it. It was crazy. We were trying to stay up because we always have to eat the breakfast in the mornings.
Yeah, we
always have, so we like stayed up. And we're just like, we got like 20 more minutes so we can hit the buffet and like down in the lobby.
So they're talking. I woke up because I heard them talking.
Off.
And they were quoting Step Brothers. I think it was. They were doing the whole scene of Step Brothers.
Like I'm gonna fill a empty pillowcase with bars of soap and beat the shit.
Yeah, they were creating all the one-liners, and I was laughing. I was like, what the hell is going on?
And then I peeked my head up from a thing like this, and with my mouth covered, the mist comes out, and I go, I see dead people.
I'm like, Michael, where'd you go? And you're like,
Asians do, right? Just pull it out. Just was like, oh.
At least you know which room
What's
to keep your beer in.
I know, right? If you like it cold, I'm the guy to hang out with.
Hell no, it's a pull bear.
Absolutely.
I always, no matter where we play, what time of year it is, I always pack my gray fucking pajama pants. I'll call them my wallaby pants. They're like for the middle of winter, and they're like thick as hell. I got them in Colorado. I always roll with those and a thermal. Everyone's just like, it's like, well, what are you packing that stuff for? It's gonna be hotter than something. Hold them there.
You actually got out of bed to turn the air down.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. And I turned to the 70, and he rolls over and gives me this crazy look, just like, what the fuck, man? He's like sweating, but it's only like 67.
Yeah.
He just looks over me. I just kind of look over, just like almost like undercover brother, like.
And then he gets up to go turn it back up, and you're like, oh fuck, is he really getting enough to turn it back up? You're like, yep, and he just laid back down, went back to sleep. We're like, oh shit.
Part of it's the noise, man. It makes that noise.
That's
it comes
what
on.
happened. It turned off, and you woke up.
And
You're like,
oh yeah.
Well, can't you just put the fan on auto? Just to make the sound like that. If that's all it is, I can just lay there next to you and just go. I'll even go. I'll sound like a fucking like a Wookiee, right?
Wookiee, yeah. I'm the same way though, man. You walk in the house, it's pretty cold in here.
Dude, I
you know?
came in, I was like, this is
here.
awesome.
Keep it at like 65, 66, and she's the same way as him. She takes her.
I sneak and turn it up. I got the app on my phone. I'll turn it
Oh, and then I'll grab my phone and turn it back the fuck down.
Nice.
And it'll be battle of the fucking
AC
thermostats.
And I can tell, like, I'll wake up too. If it goes up a degree or two.
Yeah, you can
Dude,
tell.
you know.
You're like a chameleon. It fucks with your balance.
It's 68 in here? It's ridiculous.
It's on 65 right now.
It's kind of like a temperature thing, like an animal, like you see, like whenever it gets, when it's blue, it's like on 60. You're like watching the color of his skin, just like, oh, fuck. He's turning orange. I think I've pressed my luck.
Those hypercolor shirts and shit. That's what I need. Like, one of those.
But it's like both her hands on your ass.
Yeah, right.
That reminds me too. You were like,
Oh
what's
yeah, the
this?
time you had your hands on my ass.
Well,
No.
yeah. That time you were like, what is this? Is this pillows? And Biggs is like, that's not pillows.
Shit doesn't feel like this. It's a pretty hard pillow, isn't it? Yeah.
Pillows of
All right,
steel.
you ripped that off from Playing Strange.
Yeah,
you did.
We thought Biggs
Pillows
was asleep,
of
and he
steel.
goes, that's not pillows. Like, what?
Those are my balls.
I should do that sometime. I guess it's going to give it away now, but it would have been funny if I would have like gone down, who would have had breakfast. And usually they have like oatmeal or waffles or whatever. If they would have like fruit and like a banana, and just laid back and just slid back into bed and just kind of like rolled this like, banana over on its side. It'd been like,
you gotta peel it first.
he
So
got to
you
feel
like
it. He
rub
just
it down
like,
his
he was
arm.
like, what the fuck is going on here?
I brought you breakfast.
Yeah, it's a breakfast.
And that's the guy, like with a lisp. I brought you
Open
breakfast.
wide.
Is that what you call it?
Set it on the nape of his neck.
Open wide.
And then reach over and grab like some of the oatmeal and just like kind of like sprinkle a little bit on his forehead. God damn!
We have a lot of fun, you know, on the road and stuff. This guy over here, Petey, is the Mr. Roman. He'll just leave the hotel.
Oh
like,
yeah,
we're back and go
after every
roaming.
show, especially Oklahoma
He just
City. It
doesn't
was like
sleep.
4 in the morning.
I
And I was like,
don't-
I'm just gonna go roam around
I'm
the
like-
city.
I'm
And so
like-
I just started walking down the streets. I'm just like, wow, it's really dead.
He's totally fucking boring.
Totally the only one doing this.
Raccoon City from Resident Evil. I was like walking around like, where is everybody? You see like the newspapers flying around in the wind and shit.
Like in some strange town, just like, where in the fuck is our drummer? It's like,
Well, dude, actually, I saw.
I'm like your older brother. I'm just like, I'm really worried
got
about
out
him.
with
Is
his
he
hand on his
okay?
gun. I was like, oh shit, what's going down? I just got done like smoke a little bit too. So I was like freaking out. I was like, what's going on here?
Nice.
Somebody broke into a bar. I don't know, but yeah.
You see a lot of crazy shit when you're out there roaming, right?
Yeah,
3 or 4 in the morning.
Yeah, it's
Looking
like,
all suspicious.
Yeah, right.
I know. That's what I'm saying, dude. I was like, oh my god, zombies gonna come out and attack me or some shit. Like, what the fuck?
I'm surprised you don't get hassled by the fuzz.
Right, man.
Well, yeah, that's why I was trying to keep him down low.
Let me see your license. What are you reaching for? You know, just like that.
I'm
That
from
easy.
Texas.
That easy.
Yeah, in some
Does that
states
make
it's
it
not a
worse?
good thing.
Yeah, you don't want to say that. They can
Yeah,
say
you don't want
armed.
to say that in Denver.
Right.
No, not in Denver, no.
So these are stories from the road, huh?
Yeah.
And you guys have just done these kind of regional, same state kind of trips, maybe Oklahoma and stuff.
Yeah.
And that's really the way you want to start it out, because you want to kind of feel out and get the vibe of everybody, how they are on the road, because I'm sure shit changes under stress, you know, just being in a vehicle for so
Yes.
long.
Yeah.
And, you know, they get that, like a dog in a cage syndrome where it's like, I need out. So, now you haven't been on the road with them yourself, have you?
Yeah, I have the Lawton,
like
Oklahoma gig.
Houston.
Yeah,
And
I feel like
So,
we do
like-
pretty
like
well. We just
2 or
talk
3
the
I was gonna say, has there
entire
been any
time.
problems at all?
No, we just like
someone get really
bullshit,
bad gas
yeah.
and you gotta fucking buy
Oh,
some
that
Vino
happens,
and the
but
fucking-
we just rolled on the
But
window.
we had somebody lose something under a seat, and we didn't know what
Yeah.
happened to it.
Oh,
And then we had. Well, the cool thing
forgot about that.
Yeah, you remember that one? Yeah.
Sounds like fun.
families everywhere at a fucking Buc-ee's just like, dude, where's my shit?
Yeah. How am I gonna smoke this shit now?
Right.
But Cam is got to experience like what was really cool with our last show in Houston back in the spring was we did it with Rivethead on a little go down there and play with them, and Steve from Rivethead knows a guy named Douglas Chichari. Or how do you pronounce it? I'm sorry.
Sashiri, like from the seasoning.
Yeah, he's
Tony
the guy.
Sashiri's-
Yep.
He's the grandson of the guy.
Tony
who-
Sashiri,
on
that's
his-
how you say it.
yeah.
Tony Sashiri is the seasoning, the Cajun
Yeah,
seasoning.
we had to hook up and he let us crash at their house. So it was like us and Rivethead, and we stayed up till like 5 in the morning. And
I had a partial brownie.
Yeah, cooked us like a late meal after we got out of the gig, and he cooked us breakfast the next morning.
Yeah,
It was really,
cool.
it was
felt
pimp
really
as hell. It was
awkward.
great.
That's
My
awesome.
body
A lot of
was
fun.
just numb.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we're looking forward to hitting the road with Cam more and having some funny hotel stories. And
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. I don't know. Are you like the AC up or?
I like it cold. Yeah. I'm
Cold.
the same,
Okay,
yeah.
so you're gonna.
I think, we haven't ever like actually bunked with you yet.
Yeah.
Aside from at Tony's.
If you guys like
or
it
not
cold,
Tony's,
you
but
guys are
Doug's
the
place.
two. And then me and Petey, we're gonna be on the other bed on the
Yeah,
other
we
side.
get the bed by the
I was
AC.
right in
Right, by
ceiling
the
fan,
AC
yeah,
unit.
I was like,
Yeah.
getting nice and cold. It's
No
nice.
homo, but you know what I'm saying.
No.
We're splitting stuff right here.
Not that there's
We're
anything
making
wrong
plans.
with that.
Yeah.
The Seinfeld episode.
It's good to work this out ahead of time too.
Right.
So, you pick up on people's bad habits.
And by the
at
way,
home and
could we
shit.
borrow your van out there? Because that would be perfect.
No shit.
Oh, it's a nice van.
It's got a toilet in it.
We take it to
wait, what?
Yellowstone
Really?
and all that shit
That's our
every year.
traveling van.
That's our plan B when the,
I don't know about
when the
using a
Humanati
toilet in
takes
a
over
van, but-
and the Hollywood nuclear blasts start coming down. We hop in the plan B and fucking cruise to the hills.
You gotta have that, man. I did that too as a kid growing up. We had a van and a trailer. We went all over the country camping. It was fun.
We
Good
take that
times.
van all over the country.
All
It's
over
really
Washington.
cool. It's a good way to go.
And we do a 30-hour trip. Like we can leave right now and be up in Oregon in like a day and a half because you know the back benches, you know the couches fold into a bed. So
Nice.
you know I like to drive at night. She don't
Right.
mind driving during the day. So you know
So you
for
sleep
Nice.
while she drives?
Waylon Jennings audiobook. You know Waylon
Nice.
Jennings.
Yeah.
son,
Just pop that
you
on and just go.
Yeah. That's
Excellent.
9 hours, dude. Solid,
Yeah.
and it makes the trip just go. You
Oh,
know.
hell
so,
yeah.
That's true.
That's
cruising
great
that,
stories
no
too.
traffic, no sunlight beating down, nice and cool in
Yeah,
there. You know,
yeah.
fucking cruise, and we're there, and then switch out, and I go lay down. She takes over the wheel, and
Yeah.
we're day and a half. We're
That's
Yeah,
amazing.
the
Yeah,
TV
you
back
get
there,
definitely.
the-
You guys are great road trip
That's
partners.
Yeah,
way to
dude,
map
totally.
out your
That's
mileage,
really cool.
right?
We're
Yeah.
smoking legal weed in Oregon, Holmes. You know,
Nice.
fucking
Yeah.
eating some space cake, fucking some of that little Debbie Good, you know.
Nice.
Yeah, we got about 20 minutes, and you guys are just gonna play some fucking songs for us, right?
Yep.
This is gonna be
So-
awesome.
Yeah,
Off
we're
of
gonna.
your next album.
Kind of close, yeah. You know,
That's how
we're
we
actually
do
gonna
this
we're gonna do one off the
Zodiac.
Wolves of War album. We're gonna do Zodiac. A lot of people love that one.
Yeah, we're-
and then we're gonna do Desensitized, right?
Yeah, then we're also going to do
desensitized.
Faith by George Michaels.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, Pimps.
You gotta have faith.
Yeah, yeah.
I was
So
for
you
sure. I was
never
thinking you were
know
gonna say the
what
Limp
Zone
Biscuit
solo.
Faith, right?
Right. I think it'd be nice.
Yeah, it'd be
So
nice.
stick
Drum
around,
song.
people.
Right after Desensitized, it'd be nice to have
It's
that
either going to
song.
be tremendous or it's going to be bad. So
It's
we're
gonna be
have a good
awesome. You
time.
guys are gonna love it.
Yeah,
It's acoustic.
so we
Yes.
got about 19 minutes, so we might as well play a couple of videos while we get set up here. We'll come back and we'll do a quick sound check with these guys,
We're
and
obviously gonna go past 9.
we'll let it rip. We might go past
Yeah.
that. I mean, who knows?
You know, when you
idea.
hang with us, it's always a late night, man.
Yeah, no
Dude,
refunds.
Chris
So,
Grave, man.
Good to go.
Stay tuned.
That's a new one. Let's get with that riff. This next song coming is about overcoming whatever obstacle is in your way, whether it's depression, whether it's a past, whether it's a relationship or something. It's called Burn It Down. You're still serving. We love you guys and respect you totally. This one is called Wolves of War.
Okay, welcome back, everybody. We're about to do a quick sound check here, and Blackstar Republic's going to jam a couple of songs before we close out tonight's show. I want to thank you guys all for tuning in again, and thank Blackstar Republic for coming here and playing for us, man.
Thank you for having us.
All right, so Pam, you ready to do the sound check real quick? And all right, let's do this.
Let's just do like the chorus of Zodiac. Just kick it right in just so they can get a sound check.
Just play
in the
something
top
real
end
quick.
of the song. Okay.
Just
We'll
play
do the chorus
some-
of Zodiac and then we'll.
Yeah, there you
start.
go.
Okay. Chorus. We're good.
All right, here we go. Start us off. Sorry, buddy. So we're gonna play a song. It's called Zodiac. It's dedicated to all you serial killer lovers out there, and we wrote it from the perspective of what they would possibly think and feel and desire. So it's called Zodiac. Let's do it.
Nice easy tempo, guys. 1, 2, and cam. 1, 2. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4.
that mask off. Show me who you really are. Take that mask off. I crave the violence and you want it too. Yeah, you want it. Yeah, you need it. The way you look when you're down on your knees. Hey, yeah, I want it. I need it. I've got damnation. It's my gift for you. It's all for you. It's all for you. All right. Oh, thank you, thank you. So we're going to do another song here, and this is off the brand new album, which you can find on all your, excuse me, digital outlets, Spotify, iTunes. We appreciate your support. Listen to that stuff every day. If you're streaming it, it helps all of us. Listen to all your favorite bands every day. So we're going to do a song called Desensitized. It's my first attempt at kind of writing, quote, a love song about relationships and just going through a lot of stuff and then, getting torn apart. But this one's called Desensitized. Here we go. Nice lovely tempo. 1, 2, 3, go. Is a sexual pain, especially when it comes from your lips. Loyalty is deadly. It cuts you deep and leaves you for dead. I like to walk the razor's edge. I like to sleep with my eyes open wide. I like to howl at the moonlight. I like to fight before I cut off the lights. Everybody wants, everybody needs life desensitized. Yeah, you will see. Same as last time, we're all numb and blind. Life desensitized. Yeah, you will see. Hate, it's a bitter root to break. It feeds, it grows, manipulates. Pain, a truth you can't deny. We've all been broken, yeah, we've all been damaged. I like to walk the razor's edge. I like to sleep with my eyes open wide. I like to howl at the moonlight. I like to fight before I cut off the lights. Everybody wants, everybody needs life desensitized. Yeah, you will see. Same as last time, we're all numb and blind. Life desensitized. Yeah, you will see. They did it once, they're gonna do it again. They did it once, they're gonna do it again. Everybody wants, everybody needs life desensitized. Yeah, you will see. Same as last time, we're all numb and blind. Life desensitized. Yeah, you're gonna see.
Thank you for sticking around those extra 10 minutes.
All right, is that it?
That would be it.
Okay, everybody. So tune in. Next Sunday we'll have Nitrate right here on Pullgetter TV. And don't forget to follow Blackstar Republic and go get their new album.
That's for you.
Human titties. I mean, human
Oh, gosh.
They can't see anything. All the lighting is over here.
Oh, okay. Well, there. Sorry, lighting is bad, Pam said. So, all right. Here, Aaron, you go plug it, and I'll talk. I'll be the voice, your voice for you. So, Aaron, Humanati, Blackstar Republic.
You can't do it.
Yeah, you gotta get in the light, Aaron.
It's gonna have to be my ugly mug with it.
Get to the light.
Vivid and Vulgar, Blackstar Republic.
Go to the light.
Next Saturday, August 10th. Be
August
there.
10th at the
Come and see
Wrigley
these
Room.
guys.
And these guys.
Check them out on Instagram. Buy their stuff on Amazon, Facebook, and iTunes. Right?
Yes, everywhere.
And thank you for subscribing to Pullgetter TV.
Yes.
Absolutely. And you guys even have a fan club, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Fan
Facebook group,
club
yeah.
on Facebook.
Absolutely.
750 something members strong right now. So.
Hell yeah. And thank you guys for coming. Thank you guys for watching. All you guys.
Thank you for playing. That was some great acoustic too.
Wow, thanks.
Y'all were
Is that
Thank
the
you.
first time you guys ever played acoustic live before?
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
You
We've
fucking
never.
nailed it. Badass.
Thank you. We haven't done that before.
Okay, then.
Oh, we were there. I was like,
That's
Thank
it.
you,
Have a good one,
Pullgetter
everybody.
TV, for
Thanks tuning in.
supporting your local music. Every week.